Here's why push-ups beat the bench press. Everyone thinks bench press is king, but push-ups might actually be the smarter way to train your chest. The downside of bench press is your shoulder blades, they're pinned back against the bench. Yeah, it's great for heaving heavy loads, but it leaves your shoulders lacking in their full development. Whereas in a push-up, the shoulder blades can move normally around the ribcage. They retract as you lower and then protract as you press away from the floor. This means that you're not just training the pecs, the shoulders, and the triceps for strength and hypertrophy. You're also train the muscles that control the shoulder blades, especially the serratus anterior. The serratus is one of the most important areas for healthy shoulders. People that only ever bench press and skip push-ups may suffer from poor overhead mechanics, less stable pressing, and, at least, cranky shoulders. With push-ups, you have to create stability yourself. You're not relying on a bench to do it for you. Yes, push-ups require lots of coordination and body control, but that's the whole point of exercising, to challenge ourselves in a way that develops the stability to handle bodyweight exercises, as a human should. So in that sense, a well-performed push-up, it is a bit more of a holistic horizontal press. You're building pressing strength, growing the pecs, unlocking all of those shoulder stability gains for a robust upper body. Push-ups, they're the most accessible exercise on the planet. If you got a floor, you got a gym. This means there's nothing stopping you from making gains. No expensive equipment, no gym membership, no excuses. The problem with the bench press isn't the exercise itself, it's everything that comes with it. To do it, you gotta commute to the gym, set everything up, bench, and then drive all the way home again. What happens if the gym gets busy, say International Chest Day being a Monday, and there's all these bros hogging the bench, scrolling TikTok as you just wait? Plus, not everyone has the space for a bench and a rack at home either. Or some people, they just don't want to spend the money on having a full-blown gym setup at home. So what happens when life gets busy is there's this friction to actually go and do the bench press. And sometimes that's enough to make you skip the workouts altogether. And this inconsistency is what's really tragic. That's where home workouts come in, and it's the biggest selling point of calisthenics style training. You just have to drop down on the floor, pump out a handful of sets to failure, and your chest, it's going to look way better than 80% of people who are walking around. Or if you're strapped for time, you can just do grease the groove. Do a set of push-up whenever you can get the chance, as many times throughout the course of the day. It's this consistency, no skip workouts, and progressing your push-ups, which is the unspoken principle for success in fitness. I'd liken push-ups in resistance training to what going for a run is to cardio. There's really nothing stopping you from getting it done other than maybe willpower and motivation. One of the unspoken benefits of push-ups is they reward you for being lean, because you're lifting your own body weight. So every extra kilo of body fat that you carry makes it harder, and every kilo that you lose makes it easier. This creates a built-in level of accountability for staying on top of your diet, because you really feel the difference on body weight exercises. Training push-ups will also make your pound for pound strength skyrocket. Push-ups are all about relative strength, how well you can move your own body weight through space as a form of training. So doing push-ups, it creates this positive feedback loop where getting leaner improves your performance, and better performance reinforces the habits like eating well. It gives you that intrinsic motivation and the discipline to keep going. Contrasted with the bench press, as you gain body fat, especially around the chest and shoulders and your arms, you can actually improve your numbers, because a thicker torso reduces the range of motion and allows you to shift more load because it's mechanically easier. When you bench, it has a greater impact on developing absolute strength, making your chest and upper body better prepared to hoist heavy weights. Push-ups, they typically have more active core stabilization compared to the bench press. When the hands are fixed and you're repping out push-ups, it's called a closed chain exercise. Your body is moving like a plank in space. Your core needs to be engaged to resist arching the lower back excessively or sagging those hips too low. Especially on those longer rep sets of push-ups, there is so much demand for you to stay active, to keep your body in control through space. If you've never done direct ab work such as planks or rollouts, it's not unusual to struggle with the core during push-ups even when your pecs have got more to give. The good news being your plank strength improves for free by just doing push-ups themselves. You'll be better able to keep your posture on point as fatigue creeps in through training. Of course, when you bench press heavy, the core, it's still bracing hard, but the bench, it provides that dreaded stability, so it's not giving you the same benefits as planking your body in space. As I've gotten older, I've shifted towards hybrid training, combining weights with bodyweight exercises like push-ups to get the best of both worlds. The bench press is an old school lift for a reason. It's incredibly effective for building mass as well as brute strength. You'd be silly not to do both push-ups and the bench press if you want a well-rounded physique. If you want to train like me, check out my hybrid calisthenics program linked below. Peace.